Good morning, Guardians. This is a sound check. We are preparing on set for our combat reveal stream for the second year of Destiny 2. The hot seats are full. Our combatants are warming up their controllers and choosing their loadouts. We're glad to have you here today. This is an opportunity for us to adjust our audio levels and for you as well. The stream will begin in 4 minutes and 30 seconds. If you're live in chat right now, please sound off with a hell yeah. morning, and whether you're watching us from Twitch or YouTube, welcome to Bungie TV. I'm Deej, and I'll be your host for this Combat Reveal stream. I'd like to introduce you to my co-hosts, who are designers from our Sandbox team.
It's true.
This is true, is it not? Good morning, how are you?
Good morning, I'm very good. How are you?
Good, glad to have all three of you here. Let's begin with Mr. Josh Hamrick.
That's me. Hi.
How you doing?
What do you want to know?
I want to know what you do at Bungie.
Oh, I drink some coffee, and I go to meetings, and I try and keep these guys happy and on task, which is really a struggle.
Every team needs a good leader.
That's right.
You're dressing yourself down,
I'm an okay
but
leader.
I think what you do is important.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I also worked on mods, and I worked on the ammo model, so I did real work for like a very limited run.
Okay.
What?
Claude Jerome.
Hello.
Taking a break from your honeymoon. There you go. It shows the shiny new hardware right there. Look at that.
There it is.
This man wanted to talk to you so much about the state of combat in year 2 that he is actually taking a break from his honeymoon. Arrived on set 10 whole minutes ago. So
approved by the missus.
Approved by the missus.
That's good. It's a good start.
Unrehearsed. What did you have for breakfast?
Oh, I had cake for breakfast. There's a lot of cake.
You're just basking in the glow
it's pretty
of
delicious.
brand new matrimony. What's your specialty at Bungie on the Sandbox design team?
So I'm a sandbox designer. I work on the abilities team, basically making all the new supers and all the new perks that we're going to show here.
All right. And Greg Peng.
How's it going?
Good. Glad to have you in one of the hot seats. Talk to us about your role on the Sandbox design team and your specific contributions to the state of combat in the second year of Destiny 2.
Yeah, pretty much all the Forsaken weapons have gone through my hand in some way. Sometimes I'll just poke at it a little bit, though. But yeah, I'm the Sandbox designer working on weapons.
All right. What we're going to do today is we're going to talk about how the arrival of Destiny 2 Forsaken and the beginning of Year 2 is going to change the way we all fight. The changes in weapon balance, the changes in abilities, some of the new features that will allow you to configure the way you play are going to be available to all players of Destiny 2. Some of these changes will even arrive before Forsaken on August 28th. And what we want to do is give you a pre-mission briefing so that you can start thinking right now about how you might be configuring your Guardian so that it's a good reflection of how you are as a player. With that, Josh, talk to me a little bit about what are the overarching goals? When you take a look at Destiny 2 Year 2, what were your goals in approaching the work that you and your team did together to make a new combat meta?
Yeah, I think we looked at year 1 and saw what people were saying and thinking and how the game was being played and kind of what we were seeing happen with the game. And so we came out of it with one thing we wanted to do is give players more options for them to specifically tweak and tune their loadout to play the way they want to play. I'm front lines, I'm in the air quite a bit, right? I play for speed and efficiency, which means I die a lot. But in those regards, like I wanted tools to be able to tweak that play style to play the way I play, right?
Let people embrace a specific role.
Exactly.
In combat.
Versus Claude, who plays poorly and slow. So he has different mods.
I play poorly and slow.
I mostly use grenade launchers.
Yeah, I'm a support player. I love my Rift, and everybody gets a little gun buddy over their shoulder. That's the way I play.
And then we wanted to.
Friends.
Why? It's a waste. We wanted the game to be interesting for longer, and so that means things like the drops you're getting. We want it to be special and fun. Every time you see something hit your screen, you want to be like, "Ooh, what is that?" Right? We want to bring that moment back.
Your 10th Better Devils, if you will.
Exactly. We wanted the 10th Better Devils to still be as exciting as your first Better Devils, because it could be the best Devils. It could be. And then as well, kind of doing the same thing with the meta. We didn't want the meta to get stale as quickly, and so one of the nice things, those kind of work in concert. And so if you deliver one, then the meta stays fresh for longer because everybody's rotating through different things.
The more players discover the perfect combination of these different elements, the more they may shift their fighting style, the more they may adapt to each other.
Exactly, and because it's a long, slow rollout, right? Then it's it slowly changes the landscape over time. And then the last huge, and the thing we'll talk about most today is we wanted to bring back even more hero moments, and doing that specifically through increased skill gap. Like we wanted to make the game not harder to play, But certainly we wanted to make the game in the right hands be special and insane to watch, right? We wanted the people who are best at the game to shine, and for people to look at those people and say, like, how did you do that? Right? I don't want that. That's what I want. And both in the way that the tweaks they made to their loadout, the abilities they're choosing to run, the armor they're choosing to run, the weapons they're choosing to run, and just the way that they play the game. So, yeah.
Now, Claude, we have how many new supers in Forsaken?
So we added 9.
I'm sorry, what?
We added 9 new supers. So basically, we wanted to add a lot more variety to the way you can customize your existing subclasses because we felt like we wanted to make everyone have a new way to play. Basically, that was our main goal. And so we added new supers and associated perks for each of those supers as well.
So even if players do not join us in the Tangled Shore for this new adventure in Forsaken, but we certainly hope that you do. But if you're just come along with us into the adventures of Year 2 without being a player of Forsaken, they're still going to find some changes to the existing subclasses that they know and love.
Yeah, so because when we changed the customization options for weapons, it basically meant that lethality was going to change as well. And so abilities needed to react to all the weapon changes, and so that you could have a lot of viable options to counter a player that's coming at you with guns that are more lethal as well. And so grenades changed. Supers had to get more reliable in a bunch of different ways, and so we looked at faster. And so we looked at a bunch of the ones that were underperforming currently, bumped them up, and then looked at the ones that were underperforming relative to the new sandbox and started to tweak them here and there.
Yep.
And so a lot of the existing perks and melee abilities and grenades and stuff got changed to help react to all the lethality changes.
Okay. We'll see a lot more evidence of those sorts of things when we actually take to the Crucible for a live fire exercise. Talk about a man that knows his craft. Not a single moment of rehearsal. Okay, you're doing fine. You're doing fine. Stomach full of cake, heart full of love.
That's right.
So, Greg, we're doing a lot of telling.
True,
we're doing a lot of talking about how we've changed the sandbox. Let's show them, shall we?
Yeah, let's go to it.
You have a controller in your hand. You're going to be the driver. And we have a warlock up on screen. Is that your warlock?
No, it is not my warlock. This is a facsimile.
This is a dev environment, so
A doppelganger.
for those of you watching, you might see some things that you won't completely understand. You'll see some things that aren't completely finished. You might even see some, elements of the UI either here or in game that might not look entirely finished. But that's what we do when we bring you into our creative process. So, Greg, show us what's different and exciting.
Let's start out by talking about slots. So, as you notice, we still have the 3 slot system: kinetic, energy, and power.
Yep.
So the paradigm still lies that kinetic weapons go in the first slot, energy type weapons go in the second slot, and power weapons go in the third slot. However, you'll notice that next to the light level of the weapon now is a little ammo icon that says primary or special or heavy. So basically what we've done is we've turned what ammo a weapon takes into an attribute of the weapon rather than tying it to the slot, which means that in the kinetic slot, we can run both primary and special weapons. The same with the energy slot, primary and special weapons. And in the heavy slot, in the power slot, you can only run heavy weapons.
Yep.
So if you take a look through this lovely menagerie of weapons we have here, here we have a shotgun. Here we have a hand cannon, a bow. A bow is also going to be a primary weapon.
Brand new archetype for players of Forsaken only.
Some varieties of better devils here. Pulse rifle, sniper rifle. And here in the energy slot, we have also shotguns, bows, snipers, and not featured here, fusion rifles as well, and also trace rifles. We actually upgraded trace rifles to a special ammo, which means that they will be doing more damage in year 2. So here in the power slot, we have grenade launchers. We have.
Is that all grenade launchers, Greg?
No, actually, we've also we've also changed some of the single shot grenade launchers into using special ammo as well. So they will also do a different damage than the heavy grenade launchers.
And did you touch them to fit appropriately?
They will
in
fit
shots?
appropriately.
Yeah.
Thank you
Rocket
forever.
launchers, swords, and linear fusion rifles.
So it's not just a matter of crazy free-for-all, just use any weapon in any slot. You've curated this. You've taken a look at this from a perspective of how can we still create some semblance of balance and order, but you're giving us more options. Is that kind of an accurate summary of how the weapon slots are changing?
Absolutely. I mean, we want to let you play the way you want to play. If you want to play a D1 loadout, play a D1 loadout. If you want to play a D2 loadout, play a D2 loadout. You want those options to be available.
Yeah. But if you're crazy,
you
can roll 3 shotguns.
You sure can.
Or
That's
grenade
right.
launchers.
Or grenade launchers. That's right. There are a couple of rolls like that you can run 3 weapons with. And so
The flow of ammunition on the battlefield has always been one of the ways that we've been able to kind of control the flow of combat and how these fights spin out in real time. How is that changing in year 2, or how have these new design decisions impacted the way that works?
Yeah, so what we found is we knew we wanted to change slots. We heard all the feedback. We ourselves had been playing with it. What we didn't want to do was just roll back. We felt like we could do something more interesting, which you're getting to see here today, and we're super happy with the way that this started to play. What we realized in a hurry was that the weapon ammo model was certainly going to have to change to support this. And then later, as we'll talk about, that also rolls right downhill into then that needs to change lethality as well. And then lethality rolls further downhill, and that means that needs to change abilities, et cetera, which we'll cover all today. As far as the ammo model goes, though, what we realized was we wanted to support players actually playing the way they wanted to play. We didn't want to make a promise and then say but you can't really do it, right? In super special circumstances. For sure, if you play 3 of the same weapon or even 2 specials, you're going to have a harder time on your hands keeping ammo in than if you are running dual primaries, which is obviously the easiest thing to keep up with ammo. But then the game will feed you fine if you're running a D1 style loadout or a mirror D1 style loadout. Okay. But the cool thing is that as long as you're, for example, in PvP, which we'll show you in just a little bit, you do respawn with ammo, including special ammo. And so you're always being fed ammo to keep you playing. And so even in the case of running dual specials, you're going to be in the game, you're going to be playing, you're going to be able to do stuff. And I think we're going to see some of our better players, run the gauntlet of being able to run maximum special weapons and heavy weapons and stay afloat and even run into their
advantage. They may even surprise you.
They may even surprise
they do. Greg, I can see that on this specific character, you've got some duplicates of the same weapon.
I do.
Why would you do that?
Well, as we have announced previously, random rolls are back.
Random rolls are back.
Let's delve into this menagerie of better devils.
Let's roll.
Let's go down. Let's go inside.
That's pretty good. Word of the day.
That's a good word. Menagerie.
Word of the day, menagerie.
If you don't know the definition of the word menagerie, look it up. It's fun.
So here we have a better devils with Zen Moment, Outlaw, Tactical Mag, Steady Rounds, and a variety of pretty sweet sights.
Did you say
Now, I would say this is pretty good devils.
Yeah,
pretty good devils. Yeah, pretty good devils.
It's not a bad devil.
It's not a bad devils, right?
Do you have a better devils?
I think I might have a better devils.
That's a good
I
question.
might.
This feels rehearsed.
Actually, it's not. It's not. We did not rehearse that joke in
Doing it
advance.
live. Ooh.
Here's a pretty spicy devil.
It's like a hot sauce.
Kind of a.
It's like a hot sauce. Yeah.
This one's got hip fire grip, moving target, also tactical mag and steady rounds. You know what? I think I have got a best devil.
A best
I think I might have a best devil.
Show me your
Better
best
than that.
devils.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Let's look at his best devils.
I don't know, Greg.
All right.
Isn't that what you just picked? Okay.
Promising a lot of things here.
Oh, what about this one?
Ooh.
Explosive payload,
Oh, man.
rangefinder,
Rangefinder. I've heard of that one.
drop mag,
Pretty good.
and the crossfire. Pretty good. Pretty good. This might be. I think this is the best devils of all the lot.
Yeah.
Now-
so that whole perk set there has been randomized.
Yes. Every single time a Better Devils drops in the Crucible, it's going to have a different role.
It could be a better devils.
Yeah.
It could be the best.
How else can you modify this weapon?
Well, we have this thing here, which is the Masterwork. So, of course, Previous Masterwork system went from 1 to 5, so you
Yep.
basically get somewhat of like a 5% bonus at the max.
Yep.
We have now made Masterwork go all the way to 10.
For weapons.
For weapons.
Yep.
So, which means that you can actually get a 10% range boost on this Better Devils if you level it up.
Gotcha.
Making
Okay.
even better devils.
Even better Devils.
And it's not just 1 to 5 to 10. It's a 10-point scale, and you can upgrade it and upgrade it. And,
Keep on going.
yep.
Keep on going.
And what's the biggest impact when you're upgrading this? What stats are you manipulating? What's the benefit that you're getting from this weapon? Just to call it out and explain it in very specific terms.
So for hand cannons, there's a subset of stats that you can masterwork. Range, stability, handling, reload. We actually, so because we're going through more of a leveling type system now, we moved the magazine masterwork to now it is a mod, which I will show you next, is the new and improved mod system.
Oh, there it is.
Whoa.
There it is. Max.
Hey,
Level
you've got a new column over there too.
I do.
Tell
Got
us
some
more.
cool kill trackers,
Okay.
and you can switch
Okay,
between
cool.
You can
them.
choose here.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
for free.
That's amazing.
So here we have the empty mod socket, and as you can see, the damage type mods are gone. However, we've replaced it with this plethora of drastically game-changing mods.
Menagerie.
Menagerie.
Menagerie of mods.
Yeah.
So they don't just manipulate your energy type. They're actually going to have a tactical impact on the way you fight.
Yes.
Right. This is what we were talking about in the first go about being able to tweak your playstyle. This is one of the examples of being able to do that. And so,
Screenshot.
exactly. A bunch of people, we've talked about and we're excited about the in-air accuracy mod that you can apply. There's a quick radar return mod that you can apply. All things to make the game play a little more the way that you play.
And how do I acquire these mods?
They are going to drop in the weapon, on the weapon. However, you're like, oh, but how am I going to get them out of the weapon once they're in the weapon?
Tell us, Greg.
Well, so here we have that pretty good Devils with the major spec mod on it. And I will shard it.
Dismantle
and
it.
Behold, there is the major spec mod now
There you
in
go.
inventory.
So it
back.
drops
Taking
into your
it out.
bank,
Yeah.
and you can use that on any weapon.
No gun fifth required.
So you can get a weapon with a random roll that you're like, this is an okay roll, I'm going to keep it. You can get a weapon with a roll that you're like, this isn't as good, but it had a mod on it, and then you nuke the weapon, and now you have a copy of the mod.
Eco-friendly mods.
Eco-friendly mods, that's right.
We all use different words for dismantling weapons. He shards, you nuke.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah,
Okay.
it's very powerful.
Just take them
It's all
apart.
the same activity, though. All right, now let's see. Let me take a look. Random rolls, perks, mods. Anything else you want to cover about the weapons specifically? It seems like it runs the gamut, yeah?
No light level.
pretty much.
There's no light level on the mods now.
Oh yeah,
true.
that
So
went
it's
away.
No,
Yep.
it's just about
They're just this-
tactical gain. It's
Yep.
just about configuring
Simple
it.
choice. We wanted to make your customization deeper, but also make the game a little bit simpler to understand.
Okay.
That's awesome.
So loot drops can be more interesting over time. The combat meta can evolve and change over time as people discover more interesting combinations. This looks promising. When you make these changes, though, if you make the slightest change to anything in Destiny, we've got this crazy sandbox that impacts a menagerie of activities. People are going to use this new weapon system on everything from a final raid boss to the people that they meet in the Crucible.
Yep.
And when you start making these changes, it impacts every other system in the game. It's like if the
Yes.
game is like an organism. If I give you a bigger heart, you're going to need a more robust circulatory system. So translate a metaphor like that into the work you do. When you start playing around with weapon slots and when you start playing around with ammunition flow and different perks to make people more lethal, how does that impact everything, and what other changes did you have to make in order to keep up?
Yeah, it's kind of surprising the amount of things that touches when you start to change it. So like I said, we started with slots. We knew we wanted to change it, so we changed that, and we got ourselves into a position where it was okay. We either affect ammo. We got to build a new ammo system regardless. So we build a new ammo system to work with the slots, and then you either give out a ton of ammo so that people have enough uptime, because we felt strongly that we're going to promise a system, and then people are going to get in and they're going to feel like they don't get a chance to play. So that either means you give out more ammo, or you just deal with that. And we didn't feel like that was the right call. So we gave out more ammo. We gave you more uptime for those special weapons. When you do that, that means more people are running around with special weapons, and then that means those who don't have special weapons are suddenly dead to rights all the time, right? Like you can't compete. And so that has an obvious impact on lethality. And so we pushed down this road. We got to that point where we realized like we've got to give more ammo. This is right there. If we just are delivering on this, it's going to be great. It's going to be the thing that we promised it would be. It will be enjoyable.
Yeah.
But that means making the call to go ahead and change lethality. And so Greg was like, "Hey, I got an idea. I'm gonna slam up precision damage and let's see how that plays." And we're like, "Okay, let's do it. Check it in. Why not? Let's go for it." And so we checked it in and we played it. And it's been tweaked a lot since then, as Greg can talk about. But the idea totally worked, right? We're like, "Oh yeah, this is better. This is what we need to do."
If I like to play with an auto rifle, or if someone out there likes to play with a hand cannon, and all of a sudden we've got all these shotguns and all these grenade launchers moving further up into the weapon slots where you're going to see them more often.
Yep.
I'm not just going to get overrun and now my auto rifle's worthless.
No.
But you're putting the requirement on me to evolve. I now have to embrace precision fighting, because I'll tell you, I don't. Like what did we say before? We play slow and bad and dumb.
We take our time.
We take our time. I
time.
get it right. I
try to have
aim for
fun.
center mass. There's more to hit there. So in order to have the greater time to kill, it's about.
It is. Or you play smart and you don't get hit as often.
Yeah,
We
well,
take our
okay,
time.
come on. Yeah, let's keep our options within the realm of reason.
Exactly. So most of that damage, which as we'll talk to, went into precision. So yeah, I really like the D2 system, and I want to run 2 hand cannons and some version of a sniper, right? And so again, by pushing that lethality up, it makes that totally possible. Like I play fine, and in fact, I never run out of ammo, and it's amazing, right? I can just
nice.
play forever. And so like being able to do all those play styles, but then, as I think you're alluding to, that then starts to show through in other ways. We're like, now the guns are awesome, and when I run up to somebody and give them a high five when I was trying to punch them in the face, that suddenly does not feel so good. So
across the entire spectrum of space magic, Claude, abilities, whether it's melees or supers or what have you, when you took a look at this new sandbox, what changes did you feel needed to be made to all players, not just the new Forsaken supers, but any player that has their favorite super or has their favorite melee? What did you feel needed to be done in order to kind of bring that stuff into balance with everything else that was exciting and shiny and new and more powerful?
Yeah, I think like more of what Josh was saying. Like we'll make these changes and we'll have ideas about how it'll work out, like what things will change down the line. But we need to play it at the end of the day. So we'll get it in the lab. We'll play it every day, over and over and over again, and we just think about like what decisions are we making as a player, right?
Yeah.
Like. Someone's rushing me with a shotgun. I'm like, what can I do? And if those decisions are feeling shallow, like I don't have, like I just die, then that doesn't feel great. And so we start touching other weapons, but then it still feels a little bit more shallow than we want it to. So we look at other options. And so in particular, I would say probably the biggest change to the neutral game of the abilities, just like non-supers basically, is we went back to 2-hit melees. So two melee hits will kill a Guardian.
Okay.
And so that changed a whole lot. There's a whole lot of downstream.
2 melees, 3 shots to the head.
Yeah.
It's
so things start moving faster again, and so you need to start thinking about your positioning a little bit better. You need to start thinking about your choices a little bit better, because it's going to be a lot more chaotic, a lot more hectic, a lot fast-paced combat. And so, once we went to 2-hit melee, a lot of things that already exist were sort of tuned around 2-hit melee or 3-hit melee rather.
Before you go into this, like I think that's an excellent example of as I think everybody can start to see, like every decision we make, like even like, a lot of them you can predict, right? But it's like, if we do this, that means we're suddenly doing this, right? And if we do that, are we going to have to do this? And so we play it to find out, because you don't. Sometimes it surprises you. You're like, oh, it turns out this is fine.
Sure.
And sometimes we won't find it. Like it's a risk, but it's worth taking. I think. Still.
And so when we changed 2-hit melee, we predicted. And then end up changing, but where Claude's going next. I'll let you finish. Tell me more, Claude.
So there's a bunch of stuff like in DT launch that we tuned around the whole 3-hit melee model, where we said nothing would instantly evaporate you, but in a 2-hit melee world, there needs to be some power spikes, and those power spikes started to become things like shoulder charge again. So all the shoulder charge mechanics, shield bash, hammer strike, all the ones that are basically You go out in third person, you punch someone, those are going to now one hit. And so those guys are back to their previous place, taking out Guardians.
Beware the Titans.
Beware the Titans. And then similarly, we looked at a bunch of the perks that affected damage, like grenade, like Voidwalker's charge grenades also deal more damage now, for instance. Basically anything that was promising damage increases, we need to reevaluate in this new world of lethality.
Yeah. And then my personal favorite, which we haven't touched on, we've only teased a little bit, is Tether. Right?
Yeah. So that's a good example of one of the supers that needed to change to sort of become more reliable in this new world as well. And so we had a bunch of ideas what we could do with Night Stalker in general for some of the feedback we've gotten around how Shadow Shot is unreliable, and we wanted to evaluate them in sequence. And one of the things that we found pretty early on was that Tether actually isn't as reliable as it needs to be.
Yeah.
It's not finding guys as frequently, like people are passing through it, they're not getting tethered fast enough, that kind of thing. And so we basically found a way to increase the, I'll call it search frequency that the tether can activate on, and so now it's like it's fast. It'll find
brutal.
you. It will find
you're not
you.
making it through anymore.
It will find you.
That's terrible news. So what about my Stormcaller? What did you do to my Stormcaller?
Yeah, Stormcaller. So Storm Trance, we also upped the lethality of that. So that's basically going to zap guys down faster.
Okay, forgive me. I mean, you're a gunslinger actual. What'd you do to Golden Gun?
Golden Gun. Man, you found all the stuff. Okay, that's good. so Golden
We had a few
Gun-
rehearsals
Yeah.
while you were out eating cake.
So Golden Gun.
Freaking cake
So
eater.
good. We'll come back to that because there's so many flavors. All right, so Golden Gun got a little bit more time. So in this new world of fast-paced action, we wanted you to have the ability to sort of more carefully choose your targets, and so we gave all Golden Gun versions a couple more seconds, so literally 2 more seconds, to run around with your one-shot Golden Gun and just evaporate guys. Similarly, Throwing Knife came up in damage to match the new 2-hit melee world.
Okay. That's a good preview. I think the best evidence of the work that you've done, and you can call it out when you see it, can be found in a live fire exercise. So we're going to go there right now. We're going to go to Cosmo, Friendly Neighborhood Community Manager, and Kevin Giannis. Gentlemen, real quick, introduce yourselves to our stream audience, talk about what you do at Bungie, and then we'll go and we'll take a look at all of these changes and all of these promises that we've made in real time.
Hi, I'm Kevin Giannis. I'm a senior Crucible designer here. I work on game modes, ammo system, ranks, things that everyone cares about. And I'm here to talk to you about weapons.
And I'm Cosmo, community manager. I'm in charge of taking all of your feedback, writing the TWAB, and telling you new things that's coming to Destiny.
All right, gentlemen, so let's go take a look at a brand new Crucible map. You guys have touched down on destination, and this is an educational ceasefire. What would you like to do in order to help us with a little proof of concept before we actually get into the fight?
Yeah, so we're gonna demonstrate some of the time to kill changes here. Cosmo and I have picked a loadouts here to represent archetypes. I'm running like an aggressive pulse rifle and a nice rapid fire scout rifle.
Yeah, so you're running 2 primaries, right?
Double primary and a sweet new sword.
And you loaded in with a metric ton of ammo there?
Well, I picked some up.
Oh, well. But you did. Just say you did.
All right, let's shoot some people.
All right, sure. Yeah, I'll start with this aggressive pulse. As you can see here, a 2-burst almost melted him.
That's a spicy meatball.
And then with this rapid fire scout, 5 shots to the head and gone. As you see here, he dropped his special ammo right on the floor for everyone to see. How about yourself, Mr. Cosmo Man?
All right. Got this nice assault rifle.
Hmm.
Yeah, even with the body shots, you can see the difference with the
That's me and you.
Melty.
precision.
Yeah, that does.
And also got, is this the aggressive hand
It's an
cannon?
aggressive hand cannon.
So I can just kind of 1 and then
2 and then 3. Gonzo.
There's the 3-tap.
That's spicy.
The
2
3-tap
body.
is real.
2 body, 1 head.
So real.
All right, so before we get into the fight, unless there's anything else you want to show us at point blank,
Yeah, sure.
why don't you guys go into your build and configure yourselves for a couple of exhibition matches of Clash and talk to our friends who are watching from home or wherever they find themselves about what decisions you're making and exactly what role you want to play in combat.
So I'm gonna run a double primary build here, and I'm gonna be running a new weapon, Luna's Howl, and I'm gonna run a bow actually here. So I'm gonna run this brand new exotic bow, Wish Ender, with a sword as my backup.
Boards, bows and swords. Boards and bows.
All right. So I got this Better Devils. It's got a pretty good roll on it, right?
Yeah, pretty good.
Kill clip outlaw. I'm gonna be running Badlander shotgun in my second slot, and then I got this two-tailed fox you might recognize from a little video we showed out, shooting the 2 rockets.
Hey Cosmo, I noticed that you're running Icarus on your Better Devils there. Can you give a demonstration of that? I had some people asking about that one.
Yeah, so I got the Icarus. So as you can see, when I jump, that aimer stays pretty tight, right?
It's pretty tight. Wow, that was
Well,
terrible.
what are you doing?
Yeah.
The perfect tool still needs to be in the hands of the right craftsman.
You weren't even aiming.
I got it.
at
I got it.
Go Death Blossom, Cosmo. Go Death Blossom. There we go.
Is there a better Cosmo that drops?
All right. Are we ready to fight?
I think we're ready to fight.
All right, then game on.
Oh no, that's not.
What is going on?
Let's try that again.
All right, we are in combat. Our combatants are muted. We're going to listen to the designers. And gentlemen, when you see a product of your labor, something you're proud of, something you're excited about, let's call it out. This is why we're fighting today, is to understand how year 2 will change the way we fight.
Oh, that exotic bow.
Yeah. So he's using that Wish Ender to find targets behind walls. Smart.
You actually went to an archery range to learn about the mechanics of bows and how they feel in the hands of a player, didn't you?
They did. I was out that day. I'm still grumpy about it.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, I chose tacos instead.
Wow.
tacos instead of bows, huh?
This is one of the new maps as well.
Yes.
Worth calling out.
Oof.
pre-work
Bad
one?
timing there.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah.
What happened to him? It happened so
He
fast.
tried to use Spectral Blades, but he
I blinked.
Yeah,
So did he.
he got murked.
It's a very interesting hand cannon that Giannis is using right now.
Ooh, nice slide.
Precision,
Getting
precision
worked.
family hand cannon.
Hey Kevin, did we increase respawn? Oh, you're private matching. Okay.
He's not mic'd also, so.
Yeah. So he said it was a private match. Okay, she didn't pick up on it.
So we changed the respawn in our private match to keep the emphasis on action instead of waiting to come back to life.
One of the things we're talking about, it's you touch one thing, it all breaks and it all changes. And I know we
my
play
God.
with various we play with various respawn times as well. And Kevin can tell us in a little bit where we ended up, but it was one of the things that you're like, oh, when you do this, that also means the speed at which you can take control points might have to change. The speed at which you respawn might have to change. Right?
So,
Look at
I think
that.
earlier there was
Nice
the
forward.
new Archfighter melee
Oof.
attack there. Oh, you can see if that target
There
got
he is.
away. He's
There he
running
is.
away. He knows exactly where he is. He's gonna pursue. Oh, there's 2 of them now.
Some poor Cabal locked
at
into
that.
that Cabal ball.
It's all about information. Ooh, and aiming. Aiming is also just as important.
All about player feedback, right? It should be said
Ooh.
that
Whoa, there's Thunder Crash. Did he get no one? Oh, he got 2!
And Kevin could have killed him before he did it.
Yep, he could have been the hero. Instead, he was the 0. Oh, where's the Icarus? Need Icarus on that.
As you can see, everybody's dropping special ammo because one of the way we're handling special ammo is you spawn with, and when you die, you drop everything you had. But of course, you spawn back with it, and so the game constantly stays fed with green.
And Kevin's not picking that up because he's not running special.
Kevin's not running special, so he doesn't have a use
look
for
at
it.
that. They're just holding hands.
Yeah,
But his
they're
teammates do.
They're
and
just daisy chained.
his teammates
Ooh.
can come pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see all the information he's getting here from the Wish Ender, telling him about targets behind walls.
Oh, he didn't see that.
Didn't tell him about that rocket.
The Wish
Yeah,
Ender
so-
did not tell him that
yeah.
someone's about to shoot a rocket at you.
Yep, the wish was ended, that's for sure.
sniper.
Sniper, yeah.
Oh.
So you gotta start watching lanes for those again.
Yeah.
More frequently.
Almost guaranteed to have ammo for it.
Yeah, it's definitely, we keep finding a high risk, high reward. Like you've got a couple headshots, but you still gotta follow through and pick up that ammo if you want to keep it going. So you think carefully about your loadout choices to help, make you able to follow through how well.
Yeah, one of the big changes that we're happy with this ammo model is because there aren't crates for them in the world, and because they drop on the corpses of your enemies. It means if you just randomly snipe into a crowd, you just produce more special ammo for his buddies, and or made it extremely hard for you to go get. And so thinking about what you're doing matters a lot more.
Kevin ran into a rift earlier, so it's a good segue there. So we also we bumped up the healing.
Oh, that's a good battle.
So a couple of cool things just happened there. So he just procced Flawless Execution, which is one of the new Night Stalker perks that lets you go invisible when you get a headshot kill while crouching. And then while you're invisible in that state, you'll actually be able to see targets behind walls as well. And now he's using Spectral Blades to destroy this team that was trying to turtle on a healing area put down by the Dawn Blade.
But they were able to mount a resistance there. I mean, usually if somebody runs into a room with a super, it's like, we're all dead.
Yep.
Yeah,
so there's a good pushback there.
The Dawn Blade heal is extremely good.
It's extremely effective, and it also buffs your damage as well. So they were able to push back. And holy crap, that Thunder Crash has got 3 kills. This is pretty intense here. So the other thing, so Healing Rift came up. Just basic Healing Rift is now a little bit more effective. And
had to be, right?
Yeah, definitely, to help give it some more keeping up with the high pace of combat now. And the other thing is Empowering Rift also got buffed. And so that used to not buff your precision damage, but now will also buff your precision damage. So basically it's gonna keep up with this new lethality in a way that makes your weapons even more lethal than before.
Now, one of the things we haven't talked about, but armor also receives random rolls. So there are random rolls on armor. Additionally, there are, of course, mods that go into your armor. There are some new and some that you used to from year 1, including the ability regeneration speeds and things. Those have also all been buffed, because for the same reason, you can take 5 now as well. So all the rules have been removed. There's no like, hey, put this on when you're wearing blue pants on the morning of August 5th. It's just this increases your grenade regeneration speed.
Yeah, flat out.
And you can push it all the way up to 5 to give you, I believe we settled on I will say at least a 60%. I think we settled on higher than that. But that is higher.
Watch out! Ooh!
Wow!
Rocket. Not even bad. That's a spicy rocket.
If you stack all the way up, it's a higher boost than you can get in with D1 or year 1, excuse me. And then as well as I think if you just run 4 of them, you get the same as or it might be 3.
You got to respect your choices, right? If you pick all grenade mods, you're gonna get a lot of grenades.
A lot of grenades, yeah.
There you go. Someone's getting some, it looks like on the opposing team right now, there's a lot of overshield happening, and I think that's probably due to the Dawn Blade using its new heal nade, or I forget what Divine Protection, that's what it's called. Where you basically convert your grenade into a grenade that can actually heal your allies and give them an overshield as well.
So how do you do that?
So you hold whatever your grenade button is, so that's left bumper for default, and you'll convert your grenade pretty quickly into a healing grenade. And then there was Blade Barrage. So that's the new Solar Hunter super. You basically flip into the air and destroy anything in your sight with a volley of explosive knives.
It's for the Golden Gunner who is tired of aiming.
Yeah, you can see how crispy that headshot was with the bow. Like you can follow up with a hand cannon or an AR and a submachine gun. Like it's such a nice combo. Reminds me of
good juke. Oh no.
Oh man, and someone was saved there by a healing area put down by the Dawn Blade.
They've taken the lead. You could
Well of Radiance. Kevin is getting a lot of information from that Wish Ender.
Yeah, do we know what mod Kevin put on the Wish Ender? Do you might pay attention to that?
That's exotic, though.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me
That's
about
a good
that, Greg.
thing to know. And here's the Spectral Blades coming right at him. Oof. barely escaped. Nope, not for long though.
What's the inference there? Exotic weapons have set perk sets.
Yes, they do not have the ability to slot a mod.
All right, they're fixed roll.
They're fixed rolls.
Exotic weapons are extremely powerful and very specifically curated by y'all.
So if you haven't picked up on it yet, it looks like Kevin's loadout here is formed all around gaining information. So yeah, he's using a sword to peek a little bit, and so same with some emotes. He's using Witchfinder to get guys behind walls, but also the Night Stalker can miss a lot. The Night Stalker Super Spectral Blades, when you go invisible, you can actually see guys behind walls the entire time as well. You need to be alive to do that.
Yeah.
So that case,
being invisible helps you stay alive.
Yes. Yeah.
So there's a lot more secret counterplay now that shotguns and snipers are walking around.
Yeah, but I think with Spectral Blades, you get a lot of options where you can go into stealth, your super doesn't drain as fast, and you can see guys behind walls, which lets you pick your targets a little bit more carefully. Yeah. So if you're a little better than Kevin is, you'll go around walls, you'll go around corners, you'll pick your targets a little more carefully.
You don't have to throw yourself.
You don't have to just throw yourself onto a shotgun. It's a choice.
Are you a little bit better than Kevin is?
I like to take my time.
Really? Wow.
He's only saying something.
Yeah, we're in the cheap seats right now, my friend. Yeah, you're going to pay for that in test, I'm sure.
What's the worst that could happen?
I think it's Kevin killing you and then saying, "Take your time, Claude.
Take your time. Take your time."
Ooh, Thunder Crash! Oh my God! Through the barricade. Well done. Well done. Yeah. So Thunder Crash, you can steer quite heavily, and basically, it looks like whoever was using that has learned how to pilot quite well. An ace pilot.
There's a lot of fights over this heavy spawn in the middle here.
Oh, but he got killed right before he actually even landed with the detonation.
When we first started talking about the bow, you had said that in a game full of space magic and machine guns, a bow might seem archaic. But it's a patience weapon. It's a precision weapon, and we're seeing, despite the editorial commentary from Claude, we're seeing a lot of really good, patient, precise work in the hands of Mr. Giannis here with that. That's certainly not the way I fight, but I can tell that this type of weapon in the hands of somebody who's good with it is going to give me fits.
We've also seen, people play it as a battle run with it as well, where Kevin actually has the loadout to do that effectively, where you run in, you go for the single shot headshot with the bow, and then you quick swap with something like Lucky Pants, for example, to pull out a hand cannon real fast and gut them before they can continue to move along.
What was that? Which did you say Lucky Pants?
Lucky Pants.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that a shipping name, or is that one of our developer code names?
No, that is a year one. You would know because you're Warlock.
I wouldn't know.
That is a year one exotic pant, if you will, for the hunter.
Okay.
That helps with the use of hand cannons.
Yeah, I like to run bows with a really fast draw time and put Icarus on that so I can actually pull that kind of move off midair, get a headshot, and then switch to like an SMG or a sidearm to close in. So you can still play warrior mode with a bow. Just got to find the right stats. Whew. Also, oh my goodness,
that was juicy.
And there are some pretty incredible exotic armor pieces that go along with the bows as well that you can pull off some pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, there's so much like that changed with the core sandbox that makes the old exotics also really interesting and relevant again in a way that's really exciting. In particular, I know with shoulder charge, for instance, stand-asides are also now really, really amazing to think about using, because they'll give you an overshield that's going to help protect you as you come in for that one-hit kill shoulder charge.
Knives for days.
Knives for days, yep. The sun bracers are really good with the new healing grenade setup for the Dawnblade. Same with Starfire Protocol.
What have we been using with Thunder Crash? I'm trying to remember what Nuke's favorite loadout is. It's the pants, right?
The Anateus wards.
Yes.
Or slide reflect legs. So
pants.
Yeah.
So you slide reflect, where you put the increased one of the new armor mods that we brought back, new old armor mods. You put the increased turning while sprinting mod on. So you're super agile. You can reflect.
And then boom, here we go. Oh! Well done, well done.
You can reflect incoming fire as you slide.
That's very nice.
And then you're always punching people out of the air.
Yeah, so right now he's got the ballistic strike charged, and so every time he's in the air, he's going to have the ability to hit his melee button and basically do a miniature version of Death from Above at any time and aim at any target. And that one doesn't one-shot kill. So we made some interesting choices there where like a shoulder charge is a little bit more risky. You have to get really close and you're sacrificing your positioning a lot more to even get to be able to pull it off. Whereas the ballistic strike you can do from the skies where no one knows where it's coming from.
I can't wait to use shotguns more frequently again in Destiny, I gotta tell you. And I love the way they sound in D2.
Yep.
So a couple of observations. This has been a really good, even match. You know, we haven't had one team run away with this. Observations from chat right now. Every hunter in chat is shaming me brutally for not knowing what Lucky Pants was.
As they should.
Yeah,
Thank you,
yeah,
chat.
guilty is charged. You know, I have tunnel vision for my own ways. A freshly arrived Dr. Lupo is asking if it's good, and they're telling them that so far looks like like you guys did a good job. And people want to see what Cosmo's doing. So I can tell you that within 2 kills here, we're going to switch the view here to Mr. Cosmo 23, and we will see how he fares in battle. But in between this match and the next, we're actually going to let people change up their loadouts a little bit and let you see a different way to play.
And so as you'll notice on this, every time he died and came back, he was always coming back with 2 shotgun rounds.
There we go. And we are at game with a nice 8-kill spread.
Let's see how we did there.
Widening the skill
Pretty
gap,
evenly
but
matched.
still a good close match, yeah?
That was tight.
So well fought to our in-studio combatants, and thank you very much. Let's take a look at our brave fighters. And gentlemen, good game. Thank you so much for playing.
Thanks.
How do you want to configure your Guardians for the second round of Clash?
I think I'm gonna switch off to the bow. Go for a Bygones sniper loadout here, and I'm going to run the projectile. How about yourself?
Any mod changes by chance?
I've already pre-socketed, so I am going with enhanced target acquisition for my sniper and my pulse rifle.
Oh,
double outlaw,
actually, that's
too.
a perfect loadout for you because you were having trouble hitting things.
Yeah.
I mean, at least I hit my golden guns.
Do you?
Well, for those who like to take their time, Golden Gun now has more time.
That's right. I like to take my time.
Probably hurried up though.
And then Cosmo, what are we going to see from you in the next fight?
I'm gonna go crazy.
Oh,
I'm gonna go
Whoa.
Crazy, you
shotgun, Badlander shotgun, and Legend of Acreus shotgun.
So that'd be
That's
a
pretty
triple shotgun loadout.
Talk to us
If
a
you're
little bit
crazy.
about your shotgun mods and your shotgun perks. How are each of these shotguns going to be behaving differently in combat?
So on the first shotgun, I'm gonna do a backup mag, increase the magazine. Look at that pretty shotgun. Very lofty goals of putting more ammo in it. Second one, let's do radar. You know, radar
choice.
tuner. Get my radar back. And then
This guy's
can't
going
put a mod
crazy
on
over here.
Acreus, but
Acreus
It's
is an
already
exotic,
pretty
so as you
good.
can tell.
all right, we ready to go?
We are go for launch.
Cosmo, I have
Launch it
one
in.
request. When you get in, can you show the difference in the radar speeds between your 2 shotguns?
Sure.
Thank you.
This will be our final 4v4 exhibition on this stream. We appreciate everybody who's sounding off in chat. Those of you who are subscribing, please know that every subscription to our chat on our Twitch channel benefits the Bungie Foundation. So we're not monetizing the feedback loop as much as we are, I don't know, consider it an internet swear jar.
Yeah.
Something to throttle the waterfall of feedback so that we can actually read it. And Twitch Prime. That wasn't a sales pitch. That was just us letting you know that we're taking your money and putting it to a good use.
That's right.
So Cosmo's running an interesting armor loadout there too, where he basically stacked all melee recharge mods because he really wants to use Ballistic Slam a lot, which is the melee ability for the new third path of the Striker. Oh, also, it looks like he's actually doing that for the throwing hammer because he wants to throw some hammers at people's faces all day. It's a good choice.
Tell us a fun fact about the throwing hammer.
Let's see. I don't know. I like to say bonk when I throw someone at someone's face.
That's a fun fact.
Bonk.
Cool facts, bro.
I like this. On the screen here, I like that the Ace of Spades is pointing right at Claude's jiggly bit. It's right there.
I don't know if this is helping. It's gonna ignore that, everyone. It's safe. We're in a safe place.
Thanks again for all those subs. We're going to take your hard-earned money and we're going to put it toward easing the distress and suffering of children in hospitals. We put iPads in their hands. We give them the healing power of video games when they need it the most. And on the subject of healing power, they're going to need it right now as we come back into our final round of Clash.
Let's do the radar check.
Radar check.
So that's
that's spiffy.
And then back with the mod?
Choices matter.
Yep.
Also, show him the throwing hammer. Go pick it up. Throw it on the wall. Pick it up. Okay. Oh, that was a bad throw. Oh, but you got it back. You're all good.
Yeah, but he didn't say bonk. When
he didn't hit anyone.
Oh,
Save
yeah.
the bonk for when you hit someone.
Gotta make a sound for the bonk. You gotta make a sound for the radar.
Oh, come on.
Go kill him and get that hammer back.
You got
So the way that works too is after about 6 seconds, your hammer is going to explode. And so if you have about 6 seconds to pick it up. So he just wasted it. But it's okay because he used a bunch of melee mods to get his recharge back.
And his buddy saved his life, and he was able to pick up green ammo. So now he's got something going.
Yes.
He's got enough ammo that he should probably reload. There you go. Now he's got something that he can work with.
There's an incendiary grenade. We did give that a little bit of a damage buff.
Wow. It's the curse of being on screen.
Yeah.
On screen, I believe that people can't aim anymore.
The pressure.
So on the topic of grenades, a handful of grenades got buffed as well. So yeah, incendiary is one of them. Fusion also got buffed. All those stickies came up quite a bit actually.
Feed me!
Kevin needs feeding.
And it's something that we continue to, we'll obviously continue to look at in the future, right? This isn't a one and done.
Job's never done. Boom!
Oh yeah, there you go.
Pretty.
Accurate still works.
Come on. Yes!
There you go.
Pick it up.
Pick it up. Yeah, there you go. You don't want to lose that.
He did use his third shotgun to success.
And there's some more
And now he's got
accuracy.
more ammo. Now he's fully loaded. He's got all the shotguns. This is where he dies.
Yeah. Good luck. He's got a lot of guys surrounding him.
So many shotguns.
3 shotguns.
So little
lined
time.
up.
A lot of people around you.
Oh no. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
He's got the high ground, Anakin.
There you go.
Fully
We
stole that
agreed
kill.
no prequel memes on stream. We agreed.
I was
Actually, you didn't come to
I was-
rehearsal.
yeah, I
No
missed
prequel
rehearsal.
memes on
Wasn't
stream.
Yeah.
I feel like shotgun hunters need a theme song.
Maybe the 18 song?
Maybe the 18, yeah.
There you go. He's got to chase for a while here.
Get him.
Bonk him.
Oh.
So close, yet so far.
It's because he
There's
didn't say
that.
bonk.
Now that hammer loses its parent.
Yeah, so the hammer's gone. We lost it.
You had
Now he's gotta
mentioned
recharge
that
it.
this is a loadout for someone in your Developer Insights video if you're crazy, right?
Yeah.
This is a crazy loadout.
But-
this makes no sense.
I mean, there's got to be some moments in combat, like if we just wanted to say, Cosmo, you stay inside, you guard that heavy ammo spawn.
Yeah.
I mean, he's all close quarters. He's a brawler. He's a bruiser right now.
Right.
So,
So we're not showing it today, but we've shown a bunch of it. Like Gambit, I think is, for me, is honestly the best use of the Destiny sandbox. It does everything, right?
Sure.
You have your PvE play, you have your PvP play, you
Yep.
have your objective play, you have your hold a point play. Like it has everything. And so
Everything
in
matters.
Gambit, where you have your whole team, like picking the loadouts to suit your job, I think is going to be a huge deal, and there is absolutely a place for Cosmo's crazy 3 shotgun build when you are trying to keep lockers away from the points and things like that in Gambit. And so like all these things have roles and times to use them, and there will be people who run this in PvP and do
Nice,
just
Bonkum.
fine with it. Cosmo's not one of
There you
them,
go.
right? But but there will be people who can pull it off.
And to Deej's point, strategically, you can arrange your team to have a really specific loadout be really effective in certain contexts, right? You can say, we're going to have the triple shotgun guy defend the bomb or whatever. And so if they rush it, they have to deal with that. So there's a lot of ways to make that pretty relevant. And that case was not exactly one of them. So I think he's learning.
He's showing us the whatnots, which I think is also helpful, right? Like, hey, don't do this, don't do that.
So no pressure. Your super is ready. It's not like there are a lot of people watching, so just don't mess up.
Yeah, this is not just a demonstration of combat in year 2, but also a demonstration of the Bungie playtest culture.
Yeah.
It's not a kind thing.
No, it's not.
It's not, well, you did good too. You should feel good about the fact that you tried really hard in playtest today. There's
Taking out
a
the Spectral
horrible
Blades.
level of shame.
Taking out Spectral
You
Blades.
either don't get shamed or
Oh,
you
no,
get
he's
shamed.
stuck. Get out of there. Okay.
He's behind
Still
the
got some
kebab
energy. Get the slam off.
Yeah.
Come on!
There we go.
There's one. Get another.
Get it.
Oh, he ran out.
No, you know, he
That's
just
okay.
wants to swing.
Oh,
There's
still
the
whirl
shotgun.
around. Still with the shotty. He had a
Nice.
good, that's a good time.
Pretty
That's a good
shoddy.
time.
He always taking the time to emote, which got him killed, as it should.
Yeah. Yes.
Lessons
Hubris.
were learned. Yeah, hubris.
Pride cometh right before the fall.
Yeah, and so the way that super works too is you have your right trigger attack is basically a ground slam that sends off a stream of fire, and that'll actually find guys.
You know what we should have done is added a tornado.
Yeah,
Oh, wait, there's a tornado? Oh, well, then it's perfect.
yeah, we wanted to take it over the top.
If you haven't noticed already,
Boom.
to be explicit about it, if you run a single special loadout, you get 2 rounds per spawn when you load in. And if you run a dual special loadout, you get 1 in each. So the same number of spawning, same amount of spawning ammo.
Oh man, that was not the corner to run around.
No.
And
He
that,
didn't have
he's
those
starting to
Kevin
play it
Giannis looking around the corners first.
That's right.
that ammo he was talking about, that's also per archetype. So for a shotgun, you'll get 2 rounds. But for fusions, I think it's different, right? It's like 4.
No, it's still 2.
Okay.
I made it off 2. Well, it's
Oh, really?
14 because it fires 7 shots in a
Okay,
go,
look
but
at
it's
that.
still 2 shots.
Same as the stuff.
It's worth 2 kills. The only thing that is different is trace rifles.
I'm going back on vacation.
And you
after
get
this.
25 trace rifle energy because that's about 2 kills worth.
Seems like a good time
I
for
buffed it
some.
to 40.
You buffed it to 40?
Yeah.
Must
Greg.
have missed that email.
Just saw a comment in chat saying they're seeing a lot of melee kills, not seeing a whole bunch from grenades. Are grenades inherently different in year 2?
So we did buff grenades, but the nature of grenades is a lot of times is that they're an opener, and so I think that's what we're seeing a lot of times here is that people are using them to open fights or to sort of supplement their gameplay. But
Yeah.
What we
yeah.
didn't do is make them one shot kills.
Yeah,
Like we
there's still
didn't
no
bring,
one-shot
we didn't
kill
roll
grenades.
back to where you can just rely on a grenade to clean up. Like you have to play with your grenade to make it effective. And so it is
fusions
a tool.
did come up quite a bit, but they're not back to one-shot kills.
They're not back to the reason why I wore Void Fang vestments for 3 years.
Yeah, they're
Man, that smelled bad when I finally took it off.
You gotta wash it, man.
oh, and that's what we call reaction time problems.
Reaction time is a factor, so please pay attention.
Yeah, as it goes
All
to
right,
the
he's
screen.
abandoning, he is
Oh, yeah, there
abandoning
we go.
the
Still-
three shotgun build.
Yep, still sticking with dual special.
Cosmo's tired of being crazy. Still
It's
crazy.
a little bit
It's still
less of a
crazy.
crazy loadout, but still
He
pretty
at
low.
least has a range alteration that he can do. All right, there's this
There we
special.
go.
Pretty.
All right. How's this going to play?
Probably poorly.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like this is actually somewhat of a viable loadout. If you
No,
know
the
that.
loadout's fine. It's
yeah.
Cosmo that's
Oh, of
poor.
course,
Yeah.
I'd like to
Exactly.
call out that this is an in development build, so you're seeing under the radar screen, you're seeing some text strings that are obviously not final. So that's what we see in development before we're finished, and it's not September 4th yet, so pardon our dust.
It is coming up quickly.
Yeah, we are less than 1 month from the beginning of Forsaken, and even closer to the arrival of these changes.
That's right.
I mean, the things that we're looking at right now, not these weapons, not this map, but
Now the mom.
the sandbox changes.
Oh, there's a heal grenade.
Woo!
So that floating orb there was an enemy throwing down a heal grenade that basically would give someone an overshield for passing through it. So when you see one of those on the opposing team, you can actually still destroy them. So that's something that I don't think Cosmo realized there, because he could have saved himself from having to deal
Save
with
yourself!
a lot of guys with overshields.
Yeah.
So this elevator that they're standing right near, if you're underneath that thing when it comes down, does it kill you?
It does not. It stops.
It stops.
Yeah.
That's good. OSHA
Yeah.
thanks you.
Yeah. There were a lot of fatalities at this work area before they implemented that.
Days since accident.
It's always 0. Come on,
Oh,
Cosmo.
there's an arc staff reflecting
Come on,
some projectiles.
Cosmo.
Keep yourself safe.
Come on,
Spectral Blades
Cosmo.
coming
Yeah,
in.
nice.
Shut down.
There's
by the
that new
shotgun.
melee.
Yep. Yeah, so you got to be careful. So it's definitely a riskier situation to be close range to Guardians these days. You gotta pick your moment. Woof.
I might not want to be Stormcaller anymore.
Oh, Stormcaller will still fry some guys. Fry some guys.
Right.
Sounds like the
We
name
never
of a
should.
fast food restaurant.
Frab guys.
What's for lunch?
Frab guys. But,
Has he gotten a sniper kill yet?
no.
No.
He's been walking around with one for a while though.
He's trying.
Kudos for effort. There you go.
Well,
Boom. Oh, did you just miss
didn't
him?
he
You
lift
missed
him?
him,
Whiff.
wow.
Swinging a bed.
Wow.
Yeah. I would have went for the slam there.
I appreciate that he was in basically the tightest part of the map and still managed to
He's
miss
going
the
for style
giant
points.
man.
He loves the twirl.
The spin.
Yeah. Bang,
There
bang.
you
Nice.
go.
Just a sniper.
Watch out for that guy.
But the hammer might explode on him.
That's
We'll see
heavy
if that
ammo
happens.
greed right there.
Another
One shot, one kill.
another nice sort of downstream effect of the mod changes are that a lot of people are running super mods, which makes the sort of timing for when supers come in a lot more variable. So you'll
Yep.
see a lot of people like sort of stacking mods and showing up early, and then you'll see a lot of more staggered uses
Super
of
mods
supers.
being one of the brand new mods that we've added. Not as potent as the other ability mods, but
still really
yeah,
effective.
makes a big difference. Does he know there's a guy behind?
I don't think he knows
he
there's a guy
hasn't.
Just last second. Panic grenade.
Yeah, we've all been there.
Why is my radar? Oh,
Yeah.
This match is almost half over. We have a moment here. Tell us on August 28th, when we preload Forsaken, every player of Destiny is going to notice some of these changes starting to take effect. The weapon balance, the way that the new tuning, the way the weapons behave will arrive. What else arrives? Are all these new mods going to show up?
mods will not be there yet.
No.
They come in with release.
The slots will be there, but you'll
but
just have nothing to put into them.
Slots will
Yeah.
no. We have rearranged your year one weapons as well, so
Okay.
you will have stuff to put into them.
Okay.
And slots will be there. Greg Club,
I'll
all the
say,
tuning,
yeah.
most of the tuning will be there.
Most of the tuning for the stuff
The
that shipped
year one stuff.
for year one stuff. And I'll also say just that when we say all players, we also mean PvE players as well.
Of course, yeah,
All
yeah,
these
yeah.
changes
Yeah.
affect PvE. We've increased how effective shoulder charge is in PvE as well. Same with throwing knives and melee damage. Like all that stuff is relevant in PvE.
Yeah.
Yep.
The final week of year one is going to be a little weird, just because we're going to have the new weapon slot system show up, but none of the new weapons. We'll have the new mod slot show up, but none of the new mods.
Right.
So we'll kind of ease into this. But they'll be able to go out there and they'll be able to play with the things that they have. They'll be able to rearrange them into some new and interesting combinations.
Take your time. Oh, the arc bolt. And see, there's a grenade kill. A couple
Yeah.
grenade kills.
Yep. Yeah, two back to back. Just like that.
Yeah, so at some point we're going to
good
release a
trade.
list of all the weapons that are changing slots and possibly changing damage type even.
Okay.
It will be interesting.
Oh,
Yeah,
here
worth
we
noting.
go.
I think you guys talked about this in the 12 this week, but worth noting, whatever damage type you decide to live with when Forsaken
Does he go for
launches,
slam?
you will
Oh.
stay. You will
so
continue
close.
to have. Sorry. So your energy weapons, when you mod them with your damage type now, choose wisely. Because that is, you, as long as you don't shard them, you will have them at your disposal.
Yeah, so bows are definitely counterable. You got to pick your moments for those for sure. That pulse was pretty nasty.
Also, hammer's up. Behind you.
There's a burning maul. Gets a fire tornado.
Uh-huh.
Oh, there's another friend down. Bygone saves the day. There's Storm Trance.
Yeah, let me see.
There's a preview of Deej's future frying. Oh, never mind. He's dead.
Got that orb, got that
Chunky
ammo.
orb.
Doesn't need that. Oh yeah, he did. He did.
Close match. 25 kills remain.
Oh my god. Will we ever see a sniper kill?
Yeah.
There's one.
There has been a sniper kill.
Will we ever see a one-shot sniper
Yeah.
kill?
I need a hunter like you with the red jacks.
I get to see some exotic sword
Yeah,
action.
check out
maybe.
that black talon.
Oh my, oh
There's
my.
a-
Oh my. Fights like a clay
A bit
pigeon.
far away from that distance.
Oof. So close. There you go.
Here you go.
Good enough kills.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Watch that lens flare.
Yeah, definitely having snipers be up more often just makes things feel so much more dynamic again. You know, just like watching lanes and being careful about all your positioning and stuff. So
Greg,
exciting.
the flares and all the tells we worked on too, right? Like the linear fusion's got a got a new better tell.
Yep.
All these
Yeah.
things got relooked at.
That was definitely one of those things where it was kind of just nice to have in there again when we were playing just like relative to D1. When you see someone coming at you with the shotgun, you really see it now, and so you can at least have a little bit of time to prepare, react, and call your family.
Crispy.
So,
Are you going to observe that sniper kill?
I
Or
saw
are you
that.
only going to talk
No, I
about
didn't see
Cosmo
it.
when he
I
does
didn't see it.
Well, there you go.
Basically didn't happen.
must be a targeting mod. Ooh.
Ouch. What?
Whoa.
Yeah, I can see there's going to be a how.
Oh, here we go.
Can't do
Ace of
that.
spades.
I think I'm gonna see a shoulder
Oh
charge.
boy. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Show us a shoulder charge kill.
Really.
He's gonna do it.
Right.
He's gonna do it. I believe.
Show us that crispy 3-tap, too.
It's not gonna happen.
I believe. He's got an overshield. Oh, yeah, he also
That's a
does
bad
Oh,
choice.
look at
That was a bad
Just
choice.
whiffed. Yeah. So there's some good counterplay there to the shoulder charge.
It's not a 3-point game.
It won't be.
Yeah, and
the
they've
only
swapped
option.
leads a couple times now.
Yeah, so I think watching this, I hope chat and those at home can get a sense for like, imagine what it would look like if good players were playing.
Right.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
only.
there are still a lot of lingering questions. People want to see better devils in action a little bit more than they have. People want to see the warlock in action more than they have.
Oh, the double.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good thing to talk about there too. All the shoulder charge mechanics in D2 gained an AoE with them as well. They still have an explosion when you hit. The explosion doesn't one-shot kill. Only the first guy you hit.
Yep. So there's going to be a reason to keep more than one version of a weapon, obviously, now. The collections will allow you to sort of look across your riches and understand which weapons that you have. But if you get a weapon that you love, if you think it's a god roll, or if you want to have several different iterations of your favorite guns, we have 500 total vault slots now.
Right.
And the things that we're not demonstrating on stream today, there's about 10 kills that remain in this exhibition match. We're leaving for your discovery. Player discovery, understanding how these changes impact your own fighting style is an important part of Destiny. So we try to set your expectations without completely giving away the whole shop. And August 28th will be an interesting moment for people to kind of come out and say, here's how I play differently now. And to your point, Josh, that will change over time. It'll change September 4th. It'll change as people discover each other. It'll change as people react to the shifting meta.
Start to figure out the mods they like and what they want to pair them with.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting. There's just so much to think about now.
All the new exotics, all the old exotics.
Kind of like when you have your favorite rush.
So yeah, that's a demonstration of just the healing power and the healing effectiveness of an opposing team's Well of Radiance. You can't just run in there and start punching guys.
Yeah, that's not going to pay off.
It's not going to be a good time.
Final moment. One last chance to show off your favorite moves.
Ooh. That's not very good.
Gabe would be proud.
Don't forget to reload after your kill, the Ace of Spades.
The game does not ship with Greg.
Oh, pretty.
Friendly Greg pop up on the screen. Don't forget to reload. Don't forget to reload. Oh, there it is.
There we go.
Yeah, that's good stuff. The echoes of year one. I guess D1.
Shotgun. Got it.
Whoa! That's embarrassing.
You know, it's a good way to get out of the way.
Paid off.
It might have paid off, actually. Yeah, it's pretty tough. Being supercharged.
Oh my god!
Oh! Denied. And match complete.
I love the idea of like a superpowered
Match
guy
complete.
standing in an elevator, just like.
Good game, everyone. Yep, well fought, well played, good game. That's all we have today. Thanks so much, Cosmo and Kevin, for playing, guys. And thank you so much
Absolutely.
to these gentlemen for the work that you've put into the game and for taking a break from your honeymoon to join us today. And thanks for sitting in the seats and talking about what you do.
Yeah, absolutely. Hope everybody is super excited about what they're seeing. We're very much looking forward to playing it. So,
Very excited.
We hope you guys are too.
Yep. And this was definitely a stream that they were very eager to do. You know, they
Yes.
came to us and they said, we put a lot of work into the second year of Destiny 2. We've changed up time to kill. We've changed up weapon slots and ammunition and perks and mods and a lot of the things that the community has been talking to us for some time. And they were very eager to get out here on stream and to show you how this works. So thank you for watching. And thank you for benefiting our charitable efforts with your subs. And to summarize, we're giving you more ways to configure your Guardian so it's a reflection of how you want to fight. We're bringing back some of those hero moments. What else do we want to say about year 3?
Interesting drops to keep the meta from going stale and keep things interesting for a long time. Yeah.
Okay, very good. Well, some of these changes will arrive on October 28th when we preload Forsaken. All players of Destiny 2 can see how that stuff feels. The rest of these changes arrive on September 4th when Forsaken begins with a brand new adventure. We hope you'll join us for all of these things. In the meantime, we will see you at Gamescom. We'll see you at PAX. We may even see you right back here on stream.
And good luck getting your triumphs.
Good luck with your triumphs. Yes, you still have several weeks left in the Solstice of Heroes, so we hope we'll see you in the tower for that ongoing celebration with those new challenges, those new ways to decorate yourself. That's all we have to say today.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks so much for
everybody.
watching. That's all we got.
I bet they didn't expect that! Like a whirlwind of death! Fantastic work!
Destiny 2 Forsaken, available September 4th. Pre-order and get the Ace of Spades Last Hand Ornament, plus Cade's Exotic Stash.